So this is Sunday, September 19th, just before noontime. You can see we're still getting the longer shadows here, even around this time of day. It's a sure indication the sun is moving further down in the hemisphere. And we're already experiencing a pretty drastic shortening of the days. It's only going to keep getting shorter from here on in. Hey, Mr. B. So these sunflowers are just bending down to around my height now. This is the tallest one. And we couldn't be more happy that the sunflowers are still lasting a nice long time. A lot of variety. Even as some of them start to go, we're still getting some new ones popping up. Look at this stalk here. We still have ones yet to unfold. And some more on that tall one there. What a beautiful day. There's barely a cloud in the sky. Unlike yesterday, it is nice and dry. Got a wonderful breeze. Perfect sunny September day. Beans are definitely coming along. Nice. Started over here, we have this nice vivid red on the red runners. This one down here, you can feel it. It's already starting to get leathery and drying out, so the color fades, and once they start rattling inside, we'll be able to pick them, bring them in and harvest the beans out. Looking forward to getting some good harvests in. And we'll go over to the garden next. So it seems like it's going to top off around 70 today, which is just fine for me. I try to stay with the sun behind me so it doesn't get too much glare on the camera. This really turned out good doing sunflowers on both sides, because now when I come this way in the morning to do the farm, it's not quite a little arbor of flowers to walk through, but it's still neat feeling them on both sides. Oh, pretty soon, birds. Pretty soon. Really loving the sunflowers this year. And these guys, despite being smaller, there is so much rich color over here. And I keep forgetting to show these in the video, but these are the Mexican sunflowers that we had to transplant. And we weren't sure they were going to make it because they didn't seem too happy, but they're growing strong. They're still getting leaves, and as long as the weather stays fair, we still may get sunflowers out of them. Just look at that with the sun behind them all. So what else is going on with the garden? So after we weeded and replanted a couple of the cabbages in better spots, well, they look happier, but I think we lost the time. This kale is amazing though. Yeah, we lost all the lettuce early on in the year due to just the weather getting really hot. So we didn't get to enjoy any of our fancy lettuce as much as we normally do, but the kale has been making up for it. Hey, ladybug. Butternut squash is still marching, still flowering, and the squashes are getting even bigger. That one does seem pretty healthy. It's just a matter of if that one starts turning. But there are a lot. The other day we counted again, and we're up to over 20 potentials in here. You know, ones that are like that size, or they're just the flowers falling off, but that's the biggest one so far. And toward the back, the old plants where it all started are starting to kind of die back, but there's another good sized one in there. More going down in here. I could spend half the video just going on those. The tomatoes are doing great. We got a double over here. We have some really good sets over here in groups. So we're checking multiple times a day just in case they ripen all of a sudden and run out and grab them. And we did notice one over here yesterday that is starting to turn. Only one so far, but there it is. This plant here, this eggplant, is still doing great, but it's flowering. Just no fruit on this one. And the peppers, we are getting some flowers on them. And maybe we'll get a tiny pepper to enjoy. But this one eggplant here, no, this one. We do have one under here. There it is. So a good size. Not fantastic. We're not expecting miracles over here. How late everything has been. The butternut squash, by the way, is growing up the arbor now too. And it already has a squash down there. So hopefully the freeze will hold back this year. Give us some time for even a half dozen of them to, you know, ripen enough that we can use them. Let's take a look at the corn. I haven't looked at that in a couple of days. Very sad. And yet, we have little corns on here. I don't think they've gotten much bigger since last a couple of weeks ago when I checked. But we do have more tiny corns. Come around the back. Oh look, it's Frodo Baggins. Hi Frodo. This is my other black and white kitty who's usually very shy. You don't know how many people are watching you right now? Frodo. Are you going to try to get on the thumbnail for this video? No, I'm not picking you up. Come on, let's go check out the hydrangea. So in addition to having nice, big, beautiful blooms on here, I mean, look at the size of this one here. My hand up to it. Isn't that amazing? We're also getting it blushing now as it gets later into the season. Especially on this side. This side is still mostly white and down low, but up here where it's been exposed longer to the sun during the day, I think that's what does it. But It's just beautiful. Yes, you're pretty too, Frodo. Here's Bangor. Say hi, Bangor. Still some life left in the elytra. You know, going down top to bottom. But every day the butterflies are still out checking it out. And I'll do this just for the record because I don't think we're going to get a blossom off of the dahlia this year, but it's getting a lot of good leaves, so it's putting the nutrition into the ground where it'll need it for next year. Just love this time of day, this kind of sunlight that breaks through. Not too much to see up here anymore, except Noelle, of course. That's worth the trip. A pretty girl. Although these are still doing nice. You can see they're starting to drop some petals. Nice and bright. I think they're showing up a lot brighter on the camera than they are as I'm looking at them in real life, but these are kind of glowing too. Say bye, Frodo. These are still growing nice and happy. A lot of life left in them. And really the only thing left is the this shrub of the hydrangeas. This one here still has more flowers to come, and this one has just started opening, which is real nice to see this late in the year. But look at the ones in this tree, how they just change color according to how old they are. And there's actually another flower set in there and one up there too. So that's something else to look forward to with a later frost. Hopefully we'll get to enjoy some more of those blossoms. And this thing has been growing bigger. I'll probably stay up there until, you know, the winter does a job on it. And with my luck, I'll probably be plowing and it'll plop down on the windshield and I'll scream like a girl. But anyway, alright, I gotta end this. I have to get over to the farm and get some hay and get some stuff accomplished today. So I hope you're enjoying the weather, and let's all keep our fingers crossed for beautiful weather all the way through October before the frosts and everything starts taking away our garden time.